is the Glass Cannon Network.
What's going on, everybody? We are here live at Gen Con 2023 for the second year of our pop-up recording studio, our little fishbowl here. We're tucked away in the corner of the exhibition hall at booth 174. If you are here at Gen Con, come and see us. We got all new merch. We have so many exciting things going on, including 17 shows. We're putting on 17 shows starting right now, all the way through the end of Gen Con on Sunday at 4 p.m. For most of us, this is like our 5th or 6th Gen Con. It all kind of blurs together. And I remember our first one we came to was Gen Con 50, and we little podcasters, we had one show. Life was so much easier, and no children at the time, it was great. It was a halcyon days, but now so much has changed, and we put together this booth to really try and help elevate our brand, put our name out there, and let more people know about what we do. And so in classic Glass Cannon fashion, what we do is an inordinate amount of work, and it starts right now. I want to talk about today especially. We have 5 shows that are going to be happening today. And then I want to give a quick overview of the weekend, and then we're going to jump right into our first show, which is Pathfinder 2nd Edition from our good buddies at Paizo. They have sponsored the first stream. We're going to be playing some Pathfinder 2e with an amazing cast. And then after that, 12:30 p.m. today, we have a game called Vast Grim. Now, you might have caught the character creation session that we did last week. Jared Logan's running it with a phenomenal cast. That's from the publisher Infinite Black. So make sure you check that out. That's a lot of fun. If you've seen us do like Morkborg and Cyborg, it's in the same vein as that. One of these like OSR, rules light, high def sort of games. And then at 2:45, we're having our buddies Matthew Lillard and Bill Rahor from Beatles and Grimm. They're going to come over and talk about their show, which is going to be appearing on a fast channel that Wizards of the Coast put together in Hasbro. The show's called Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill. Joe and I flew out to LA what seems like 17 years ago, when in fact it was just 2 months ago, to film. I did a couple episodes, Joe did one that we're on together, and so we're going to show some actual clips of the TV show that we're on, which is amazing. Joe looks great. You'd never know. He looks great on camera. Whereas I look all right. I think they could have done something different with my hair. We'll talk about that later. And then...
You didn't give them much to work with.
How dare you? How dare you?
They would let you just wear a hat? They would just let you wear a hat?
They wouldn't let me wear a hat because it shades my face.
Oh, no.
After Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill preview, we're doing a pre-taped interview with Paizo where they're going to talk about their big announcement, which is happening like in an hour. I know what it is, and I can't even say it.
What is it?
I'll tell you off camera. The word is going to hit the streets very soon about that, and then we're going to talk. Joe did an interview with Thurston Hillman. We're going to talk for about 20 minutes about this exciting announcement. I feel like I'm not going to say it, so I'm going to stop talking about that. And then after that, we're going to be playing some D&D 5e. You don't see that too often on the network. Paula Deming, who ran a show here in the booth last year, she's back with an amazing cast playing an original D&D 5e adventure. And is that the end of the day, Troy? No, it's not the end of the day, because after that, live at Helium Comedy Club, it's Glass Cannon Live, Strange Aeons, sold-out show. You can just stand outside and try and get tickets off of scalpers. I'm going to put Skid out there in a fake mustache, giving away VIP tickets and charging double. We're going to be starting Book 4 of Strange Aeons. Obviously, it's been converted to 2nd edition. We're very, very excited about that, so be sure to join us. I need some water before I even talk about day 2.
Wait, are you doing all 4 days
I'm doing
right
all
now?
4 days.
Oh, my God.
This is the welcome. Then
That's
you don't
too
have
much.
to do this anymore.
Wow.
Tomorrow, we're kicking off the day with Dragonbane from our good friends at Free League. Joe is going to be running that. And then after that, Sydney and Kate are going to be doing a Twitch takeover. What does that mean? I'm honestly worried that letting the mics go hot.
I don't know why he let us, but it's going to be interesting.
It's I really regret it. I really regret it, and it hasn't even happened yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great.
We're giving away company secrets. Come watch, hang out. I'm talking shit about everybody.
They do get to see us behind the scenes, and so you might not see that stream tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. The Sydney and Kate possible Twitch takeover. And then we're going to be shutting down the booth because most of us are heading over to one of the halls here to do a modern Call of Cthulhu show right here at Gen Con, which is also sold out. I'm going to be running, I keep saying this over and over, it is the adventure I'm most excited to run all weekend. So sorry if you didn't get tickets. Maybe you can beat somebody up or slip a 5 to the door guy to come see that live. And then we're back in the booth with a game called Escape from New York. If you've ever played any of these Everyday Heroes RPGs, our good friends at Sirenscape have sponsored a slot. We're going to be using their sound sets for Escape from New York, the RPG. And then Friday night, Call of Cthulhu live at the Athenaeum. This is the first time we've done a live show outside of Glass Cannon Live in a theater not associated with a convention, playing another game. We're going to be doing a Call of Cthulhu live show that I'm writing. I don't even think I've talked about that. So I'm really, really excited about that. There's still tickets available. I think there's 6 premium seats left and like 100 regular seats because it's a huge theater and tickets start at $15. So please grab those last few tickets. Come on out to that. It is going to be a party. That starts at 8 p.m. I'm almost done, I promise. Saturday, we're kicking off the day with Pendragon. Brian Holland from Chaosium is going to be running us through a little starter adventure of Pendragon, Arthurian lore, legends. It'll be great. I'm sure there'll be a sword in the stone. And then Alien RPG, brought to you by our good friends at Demiplane. They have a nexus for the character creation software for these alien characters. Jared Logan is going to be running an original adventure, and rumor has it he's been talking to McD about some ideas, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then how about we do some more Cthulhu? We're going to do a modern Call of Cthulhu show that we're calling Bachelor Party. That's all I'm going to say.
I didn't know that we're calling it Bachelor Party.
We're calling it Bachelor Party.
I got to change my character.
This is a different show. This is a show that Brian Holland is going to be running for Skid, Joe, myself, and Rob Kirkovich.
Oh, my goodness.
4 guys go to a log cabin for a bachelor party.
Stop.
If you watch
what could go wrong?
I have to watch
this.
this.
Go wrong.
And I mean, this is late Saturday, so like I imagine it's going to be
it's going to be a mess.
It's going to be like the Dread game last year.
I'm taking bets on who dies first.
Poor Brian Holland is going to have to deal with us numbskulls.
Oh my God.
And then I don't even have it listed here. I forgot we've got Blades in the Dark happening right here at the con. That show, there's over 300 tickets sold for a 400-seat theater here at the Westin. It's going to be across the street. We're going to be going live with the Busted Mufflers. The Busted Mufflers are back, and Sydney is going to join us, along with Josephine McAdam. You can get tickets to that. I think they're like $14. All right, the final day, we got 3 shows. We're doing the Gloomhaven RPG. Joe is going to be running character creation for the Gloomhaven RPG, and then we're going to be playing the Marvel RPG. I'm going to be running an original adventure, and whereas at San Diego Comic-Con we made superheroes, we're going to be using classic superheroes in that game up against maybe classic villains. I don't know.
Did you pick somebody, Sydney?
I haven't picked yet.
Okay,
It's still a surprise.
Gotta pick someone.
It's
I am so excited for that.
Did
I'm
you
excited
pick already?
for every. Oh yeah. I picked someone I've been wanting to play my entire life.
I'm excited for that one. Let's see what ChatGPT and I come up with for a story. And then we're going to finish the day on Sunday and finish the con. I'm already sad just thinking about it because there's nothing worse than a Sunday at the con unless you're hanging out with your buddies, which we will be doing when we finish the Pathfinder 2e adventure that we're going to start right now. Last thing I want to say before we jump in, so many people have helped to make this happen, from the publishers to our ever-growing staff behind the scenes. This is a project that takes all year to put together. We're already starting to prep for next year's Gen Con, and I can't thank the nation enough for all your support. It's because of you subscribing on our Patreon, buying tickets to our live shows, telling your friends about us, that we're able to do really cool shit like this. So, let's start with some really cool shit by playing some Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to our... There it is.
There it is. We got drops.
Let me introduce you to our cast today. Starting on the 1s and 2s down there, DJ Jazzy Jeff Skid Maher.
Hello.
Skid,
Hello.
I'm so excited you have your drops. Are you pumped to be here? I mean, Gen
Hell
Con was
yeah,
a dream
man.
as a child, right?
Yeah, it was. I grew up. I talked about like getting my Dragon magazines and like looking at the con schedules in the back and dreaming about one day being able to come to the granddaddy of all the cons. And this is still my favorite thing in the world. Like this, and like maybe like the NCAA, like the finals.
March Madness?
Yeah, March Madness.
Gen Con and March Madness.
Gen Con and March Madness. So yeah, this is amazing. I'm so happy to be back. I love this.
Next up, we have for her first Gen Con, Sydney Amanuel.
Yes, I am thrilled to be here. I've always wanted to go to Gen Con. I feel lucky to be here with Glass Cannon playing so many cool games. I can't wait to explore the floor. It's my first day here, so after we finish this, I'm going to run out and look at a bunch of cool games. But yeah, I'm so happy.
We're so glad you're here. Matthew, unfortunately, got sick and won't be joining us this weekend, so we called up Sydney while I was scrambling to recast a bunch of shows and said, hey, do you want to stay till Monday and be on like 8 more shows? And she was like, yup.
Yeah.
You know Sid.
Not
She was
even-
like, put me in. Let's
Not
go.
even a second thought. Yeah, I said absolutely. What shows? I'll look it up. I'll figure it out.
Just to be at work at like 9 a.m. Monday morning. She's
I'm
flying
flying
directly.
to work.
I think, yeah, her plane's going to have to land on the street outside of her office.
Take a
if she's going to
helicopter
make it on
to the
time.
roof.
She's the ultimate. She's the ultimate 6-man. She's like Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
That's a
Just
great
like-
role. I'm happy
yeah,
with
just
that.
sub
That's
her in,
awesome.
just like-
yeah,
yeah,
put me in,
perfect.
coach.
Speaking of awesome, how about our good friend, Paizo's own Erik Mona?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, good buddy.
It would not
Hey,
be a
hey.
Gen Con without hanging out with Erik Mona. Erik, what number Gen Con is this for you?
It is getting close to the point in time where I'm going to start lying when people ask me.
It's like about
but
your
it
age.
is 27 consecutive.
Wow.
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 Has it gotten any bigger?
Yes, everything has gotten a lot bigger. It keeps growing and growing. I love it. I wouldn't miss it. I would only miss it if a worldwide pandemic shut it down for a year. Otherwise, I'm here and I'm thrilled to be with you guys for this and a couple of other things this weekend. So
This is so exciting. It's like having a ringer because you have so many exciting things that are coming out, and we're going to be putting a lot of those on display in this playthrough that we're about to do. So I'm excited to talk to you about that. But very quickly, 2 or 3 words from Joe O'Brien.
Let's just keep it moving.
Thank you.
Let's
That's all
just
we
keep it
needed.
moving.
I'm not hearing Skid too well in the audio. Just make sure his mic is good. I don't
Yeah,
know
we're
if you
working
see
on his
anything
mic.
in the chat.
We're
Okay.
working on it. Hey, Skid, could you be better?
I'll try. I'll speak loudly enough that Sid's mic can pick me up.
Yeah, that's good. I'll
I
just
think that's
lean
what I'm hearing.
toward you.
Oh.
There we go.
All right, let's talk about today's session. Here's what I'm going to say. This is a little disclaimer. There are going to be some serious spoilers from the new adventure path, the Sky King's Tomb. So if you're playing that, just don't tell your GM. You're going to find out something that happens in that. So just be aware. Serious spoilers from the Sky King's Tomb. I've said it once. If you want to repeat it in the chat, you can. I apologize in advance. But Erik, you guys have a ton of new books that you just released or releasing today.
Yep.
Let's talk about them.
yeah, all right, we got a couple here, and by way of show and tell, I've got the pocket edition here of Rage of Elements.
Yes.
This is our brand new source book for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It covers all the elemental planes, including the newly revealed planes of metal and wood. So we've incorporated all the different elemental traditions into this book. Also, this book is the 2nd edition debut of the Kineticist, who's one of the most popular classes from Pathfinder 1st edition. And it just drops today, so we're very, very excited to have that out. It's also a little bit of like a half step toward the Pathfinder remaster stuff we're doing, so you'll see a couple of the changes previewed in this book for the actual remaster that's coming out with the Player Core and GM Core books in November of this
Awesome.
year. So folks who are wanting to check that out will want to pick up Rage of Elements, and a bunch of us are using stuff from that book here in this game, so that'll be rad.
Yes.
And then speaking of Dwarves and Sky King's Tomb, which is the adventure path that comes out this month, we also have the source book Highhelm, which is our Lost Omens guide to the preeminent dwarf city in the world of Golarion, a bunch of details about dwarf culture, dwarf deities, a veritable dwarven king's treasure trove of information about the dwarves of Golarion. So we're really excited. We're playing dwarves here today, so it's a very dwarfy time.
All
for
dwarf
us.
party. Yeah.
Yes, and then on the Starfinder side, we've got Ports of Call is a relatively new book that we've got here at the show. And keep an eye on the internet because we're making some big announcements sort of right now, actually.
Yeah, it's probably happening.
You can watch it later on YouTube. We wouldn't want you to leave the Nation channel, here. But But there's a bunch of stuff we're about to announce for upcoming Pathfinder and Starfinder stuff that I'm super, super excited for.
Yeah, you guys aren't messing around. When Joe told me, he was like, they're dropping some big news.
Yeah, big news.
I was like, come on, what was the news? And he told me, I said, oh my, that is...
Something people have been asking for some time is now, we're heading toward it.
Well, this is very exciting.
Yeah.
And speaking of exciting, I think we should start playing a little Pathfinder.
All right.
I think we
Hell
jump
yeah. Hell yeah.
right in. We just mentioned it's going to be an all-dwarf party, 4 dwarves, because we're focusing on the Sky Citadel of Highhelm. I love these campaign-setting books you guys put out. They're beautiful.
Thank
You
you.
get way into the lore. We'll get way into a setting. You can't go wrong with grabbing one of these and seeing if you like to homebrew, like just grabbing Highhelm. Countless adventures you could make up just by reading through the source book. But today we're going to be playing a pre-written one from this new adventure path that's coming out. So let's just jump right in. You have all arrived at the Dwarven Sky Citadel of Highhelm weeks in advance of Clan Talor's Family Festival. This is a celebration for strengthening bonds between one's family, both of blood and by choice. Clan Talor is considered the historians of the Five Kings Mountains. They're tasked with preserving and studying the past with an eye for how it comes alive in the present. At this family festival, clan performers recreate famous dwarven legends through theater and dance and puppetry shows. There's also public museum exhibitions immortalizing prior ages artifacts in public museums. And a big part of the festival is the sharing of information and knowledge, both within the clan and with those outside of the clan who are visiting Highhelm. So members of Clan Talor will regularly sponsor scholars, ancient beings, and anyone hoping to uncover their lost heritage. Your friends and contacts here in Highhelm have sponsored the 4 of you. And whether you are a resident of Highhelm, an actual member of Clan Talor, who has yet to prove themselves perhaps through word and deed, or just visiting, there's any number of reasons you could have come to this festival. Perhaps you wanted to study the clan's museum techniques, or present your own historical traditions, learn about the Darklands legends that were uncovered during the quest for Sky, or perhaps to just pursue some other cultural insight. You've been told, though, however, you can't just show up to the festival with a bottle of wine. You need to bring stories. So, you've actually been encouraged by your weird friends to kind of not only enjoy Highhelm's sights and cultures, but also spend the weeks leading up to the festival maybe getting into a little trouble, mixing it up with the locals so that you have some stories of your own to share for the coming holiday. So, imagine you're mingling at a tavern a few nights ago and you hear a rumor of a grave robber that's lurking around the Talor crypts. The clan isn't very happy about this, obviously, but it's not disrupting life, and everyone's really busy preparing for the festival, so it's just one of those things everyone hopes will kind of take care of itself. You think, however, that this is the perfect opportunity to get into some trouble, as it were. And so,
To kill a guy?
Let's
I mean,
go.
is that the story they want us to?
You want to kill a guy?
So how was your time in Highhelm, Ben? Well, we killed a grave robber and strung his entrails in the town square.
You're like mixing it up. Get in there.
We're kind of kooky and crazy.
When in Highhelm,
Killed a few people.
let's say the 4 of you arrive outside the Talor crypt. What is everyone playing today, and what do they look like as they arrive? Skid, we'll start with you.
So my dwarf he's a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
He's got black braided hair with some peppering of gray, and he is a metal kineticist. He's a metal kineticist.
Yes, Mona
Which
was
is
just
a
talking
new
about
thing.
this.
This is a new thing. He's like a dwarfen Magneto.
Oh,
Has
dope.
fun powers. And his father, his great grandfather committed a horrible crime. And so he and his line have had to suffer the consequences of that notoriety. Being a child of notoriety, he has had to suffer for that fate for his entire life. And so as a result, he's become hardened, and he's very good at... oh, wow, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
And he's become adept at intimidation.
Adept at intimidation.
Yeah.
Okay, perhaps your family's secret will be revealed in the next couple hours. Or perhaps you are too ashamed.
His name's Osric.
Oh, yeah.
Osric Osborne.
Osric Osborne.
Certainly not inspired by anyone.
Not inspired by anyone, no.
Sydney, who have you hastily prepared in the last 24 hours for?
Well, I had to read a lot of books and learn new things, so I'm playing Poppy Galfunder. She's a dwarven wizard, and she is an elementalist as well, which is now within the wizard. You take like a arcane study of elementalism, elementalism.
That's right.
That sounded good.
That sounded right.
So she's a metal elementalist wizard, and she has a Ghanaian familiar, like a genie familiar, which is also new. And the genie familiar's name is Poopy, and it looks like a smaller version of Poppy because they're very humanoid looking. So the Ghanaian looks like a small dwarven wizard.
So your character's Poppy and your familiar is Poopy?
Yes.
That's fun.
Awesome.
That's just fun.
like
Poppy and Poopy.
Poppy and Poopy. And
Lil Penny.
Every time everyone...
It's like Lil Penny.
Every time people enter the room, Poopy announces everyone's entrance in like a very So Poopy is very diplomatic. The Ghanaian are like known for the diplomacy. So Poppy can get like a little hot-headed, and then Poopy steps in and really takes over and is like, "Please welcome it." She has a small voice because she's small.
This is fun. Okay. Erik, who are you playing today?
I am playing a elderly dwarven woman who wears brown and gray robes. She has long gray hair in thick sort of braids, and interspersed in the braids are various semi-precious gemstones and crystals. She wears lots of crystals on a big necklace, and she has a cane that she walks with, and her name is Grutel. Grutel the Heretic.
Oh!
Grutel the Heretic.
Yes, she is a cleric of Sarazul, the Crystalline Queen, an ancient elemental god from the new Rage of Elements tome. She knows all about the dwarven pantheon of Torag and all of them, but she prefers something older, more powerful, more primal. Yes, and she's happy to be here for this celebration.
This is fantastic.
Hey, pumped to follow that.
Yeah, Joe.
Pumped.
Yeah, who's
You
your
have an extremely unfair advantage.
Well, okay.
Your knowledge of the Dwarven Pantheon is unmatched at this table.
Well, certainly my character's knowledge of the Dwarven Pantheon is on.
Joe, who are you playing to? Who are you gracing us
I don't know yet. First, new character voice of the day. Try this. Something like this. I'm playing Thorbald Chunkchain, formerly of the Stonefist clan, but recently married into the Tolor clan. And so he's got some status here, but he's a little bit looked down upon as he is a barbarian by birth.
with? So you married into the clan?
And I married into the clan, and they were like, you need to get yourself a little cleaned up. And now he's a diplomat. Barbarian.
Barbarian diplomat.
So he's trying his best. But if we're going out killing grave robbers, then he's bringing a heavy pick. But normally he's found more these days he's set the armor aside and just sort of wears his, ambassador robes and such, and tries to keep his rage suppressed when politics gets a little heated.
Let me ask you, all right, so you're a member of Clan Tulor now through marriage. Is anyone else a member of the clan?
And this is a background. So
Yeah.
this was a background choice from the new, I think it's from
Sky King's Tomb.
Sky King's Tomb.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's got the clan associate background, which means he is either was born into the clan or married into the clan. And I thought it was fun to marry in, because I had already chosen barbarian, and this background is like, you get trained in society and diplomacy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, screw it, it'll be fun.
Does anyone else belong to the Clan Tulor?
So I think I'm also in Clan Tulor, so I chose the dedicated Delver background, also from the new stuff, and I'm basically like a cartographer. and they say that Clan Talor specializes in studying the past rather than like taking it from dangerous areas. So I'm not an archaeologist. I think it's wrong to remove stuff. I'm like a believer in the
Belongs
ancients.
in the museum.
It does. It belongs in the
Belongs
earth.
in the museum.
In the earth.
These are the arguments we have all the time.
In the earth, dear.
So it doesn't say specifically within that background that I'm part of the clan, but I think I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Skid, are you part of Clan Talor, just visiting Highhelm, or a resident?
I'm an outcast. I'm not really welcome anywhere. I just came here because I thought there'd be food.
Did you, were you a metal kineticist? Was this at all inspired by like the idea of heavy metal?
It's funny you should say that.
I was like, I think he took this literally. And Grutel, has she been a member living in Highhelm?
Grutel, dear.
Grutel.
No. Although I am amenable to invitations to join, I like joining things in general. But I only know about the clan because of my good friend Rosha Coppervein, and she told me all about.
This is probably your sponsor.
Yes. I'm sorry, they told me all. Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Well, let's say you want to recall some knowledge here before you roll up on this crypt. What is everybody's relevant knowledge skill here to like maybe learn a little bit about how they handle their dead here in Clan Talor?
Religion.
Religion. What's your religion score?
It's a 6.
Okay. You know that burial space is at a premium in Highhelm, especially after millennia of occupation. You know that most of the clans here maintain private crypts that are scattered throughout Highhelm and its surrounding territories. Followers of Magrim, probably, who was Torag's older brother.
Yes.
He basically taught the dwarves to commune with the gods. The followers of Magrim will regularly inspect and clean these crypts, ensuring that the honored dead stay happily inanimate within. Oftentimes, particularly younger acolytes in need of menial labor and lessons in humility will be sent to these crypts as punishment. So, you guys are on roll 20. This is mainly just for us. We're not going to show the roll 20, but if you want to jump in there, you will see that up ahead, built into the surrounding stone, the crypt has a small fenced park for casual visits that bear hundreds of inscriptions carved into its flagstones, facade, and numerous small monuments. And I will put you on the map right now, and you will see that you're in this little monument park.
If the audience doesn't get to look at it, I don't get to look at it.
All right.
I'm not looking. It's not loading. It's not loading.
Well, when you get on there, you'll see, some of you I can already see are looking. You see there's an entrance to the crypt, I don't know, about maybe 50 feet away or so from where you are. What would you like to do?
Do we know each other yet? Have we met?
Yeah, you were at the pub together.
Oh, right.
I don't know why the four of you decided to work together. Let's come up with
Let's go hang out at a crypt, dears.
Thorball just like slammed up to the bar next to you out of nowhere, just like sweating and big smile on his face. It's like, you want to kill a grave robber with me?
I was more hoping to scout out the crypt to see if it might be a suitable long-term arrangement for me in a few years, but I'll go, and if there are two raiders...
Space There's had a premium.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Well, I have a +8 in religion, so I'd say I did know that, Joe. Yes, well, it makes it all the more important to scout it out.
Poppy joins in.
Just as good.
Did you say that someone was robbing crypts?
Yeah, what's your name?
My name's Poppy Golfunder.
My name's Thorball Chuckchain.
This is Poopy!
I love this beer!
And I take out Poopy, my familiar, and Poopy goes, announcing Poppy Golfunder!
And he just spit takes the beer. All it speaks.
May I know your names?
I just yelled it, but this I haven't met.
Oh,
we haven't been
you're
properly
such
introduced.
Such a cute little thing, such a wee little one.
She curtsies.
My name is Grutel, the
Grutel!
heretic.
The heretic!
Yes.
You just repeat everything that everyone says to you.
And your name?
Thorball Chunkchain.
Thorball Chunkchain! Let it be known! spoon! And then she turns behind because she's noticed you with her great diplomacy. And you, sir!
I wasn't involved, but if you're willing to talk to me, yeah. My name's Osric Osborne, yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
I've heard about you.
No, it's not true.
The infamous Osric Osborne!
No, please, I've tried to escape my name.
Dearie, is it of the famous Osborne clan?
Famous Osborne!
Yes, I know. Our travails have become common knowledge across all the high kingdoms.
Very brave to come here, young man.
I know. My great grandfather committed a crime that can never be forgiven. I know that, but I make up for it by being angry and frightening.
Poppy grabs your shoulders. Well, now's the chance to change who you are remembered as being and make a name for yourself. We must protect the crypts and the history behind it. I can't believe that somebody would steal from such a sacred site.
That makes me angry. No, I'll go with you. I've always dreamed of going somewhere with an old woman and a doll. Let's do this.
I can't speak for the doll, but we're happy to have you, love.
I'm not a doll!
Oh, I mean, the little creature.
I'm a giant. She
Oh,
curtsies.
giant.
A giant? No, you're very small. She's confused.
Poopy, get back in my pocket. Let's go.
I didn't think you would come up with a good reason for this party to get together, but somehow that scene makes total sense.
Yeah.
I see it all play.
Yeah. I don't think anything is easier to start than all dwarves.
Yeah.
Than
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all
Oh,
dwarves.
yeah.
Because they're all just going to be like, oh, John,
Let's go murder a grave robber. We'll ask questions later. So you roll up on the crypt, and yeah, you see all these, broken down monuments, and they all have long inscriptions on them and whatnot. And there is a door to the crypt up ahead.
all right, Grudel,
Yes.
this is something you want to see. Let's go check it out.
Oh, very well. I was expecting a little bit better attention paid to the monuments. They're crumbling.
As you start to approach the sort of fenced-in area, you see, like, coming down a street that's opposite the street that you came down, there's a dwarf who's kind of waddling towards the crypt, and he's shoving a last bite of a sandwich into his face. And he sees the four of you and, like, spits up his sandwich, throws the rest of it to the ground, and starts running. He's like, "Stop! Stop! Don't go in there! Don't go in there!"
Oh!
He's all disheveled. He's got black and white robes on that are all scuffed and torn. He's like, What are you doing here? Why are you here?"
Oh, young man, I think you dropped your sandwich.
I didn't. There'll be more sandwiches. You don't want to go anywhere near this tomb. What brings you here?
Well, we're here because we heard there was trouble. Are you one of Magrim's disciples?
I am, as you can tell by my robes.
I knew that.
What kind of trouble?
Grave robbing.
Grave robbing? No, it's not grave robbing. See, I'm supposed to be here. See, they think that I'm grave robbing. I'm not grave robbing. He reaches.
You're the grave robber?
No, I'm not a grave robber.
He pulls out his heavy pick.
Dear, I'm afraid you could be in a great deal of trouble.
I promise you, I'm not grave robbing anyone. And he reaches into his robe.
Hold it down! Slow it down! Could be a gunslinger!
He's got a knife!
Surrounding him.
I just have this here.
Got a knife.
We all have knives.
And
We're
we all have
dwarves.
swords and maces. He's got a knife. Stop! He's got a knife.
Please don't murder me on the streets.
What is that?
Look, and he pulls out this rune that looks like it's like a sacred symbol that looks like a rune-carved cave entrance. Give me a knowledge religion.
Ooh.
We rolling this, John?
Yeah, roll it. This is
Rolling
really-
it.
Can
really
I
just
can
get
I
you
do
rolling dice.
Arcana on it since it's a rune?
Sure.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15.
I got a 17.
I got an 18.
An 18. All right, so our religious folks know that is indeed the holy symbol of Margrim. And the 18 tells you that those runes may have been magical. No, I don't know. Do you know why his symbol is a rune-covered cave entrance?
Well, there's many schools of thought about that, dear. Let me tell you. And then I launch into a long description as you look up on the wiki.
Let me just
Our
look on the
characters
Wikipedia.
sit down.
But wait, I mean,
outside
isn't
the
that-
you could say
isn't that
it's
the
the
iconic-
transition from the life to the to underworld. To
But
the
isn't that
afterlife.
like the iconic dwarven thing? It's like the kind of like marked, the hidden entrance into the mountain
Sure,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
that could be.
The back
makes sense.
door.
Yeah, it's a very interesting symbol.
Google
The
knows the
runes
answer.
say, "Speak, friend, and enter." I don't
What does that
understand.
mean?
I don't know. I guess we'll never get in.
It's very, very interesting. Anyways, check out, if you don't know about Magrim, look him up. Very interesting deity. But anyways, like, look, you don't understand. Magrim's faithful. We help maintain the crypts, and that often falls to priests in training, such as myself. After my recent misbehavior, my superiors assigned me to this crypt. When I first arrived, I thought all these manifestations that I saw were illusions, some prank, perhaps, by my elders to humble me. Since then, though, I've been convinced there's an actual haunting going on here. If you get within a few steps of the entrance, it's like all of Clan Talor springs up around you, complaining that you never visit them, or that you never gave them great-grandchildren. It's horrible, but I'm not grave robbing. I'm just trying to figure out how to cleanse this place.
I have a recommendation. Put yourself in the shoes of those elder clan members. Sometimes the younglings don't write or call, and it hurts. It's painful.
I understand that, but it wasn't my fault. I'm here to just set things right, and something's going on. I don't know if maybe this is some sort of test from my superiors or a slightly coincidental haunt. Either way, it's time I swallow my pride and accept that this is more than one acolyte can handle. I'm sorry, I had a beer at lunch.
Are you drunk?
I had a beer at lunch before my
Sounds like you had two, fella.
Well, you know,
Did you have a
one-
2-hour lunch today?
It was happy hour, and here. And he pulls out a set of keys, and he's like, perhaps you would be amenable to seeing what's riled up the ancestors and aid in the taskmaster's work.
Aye, we would. And he just takes the keys.
Well, dearie, there's what angers the ancestors, and then there's what might anger your superiors. You were sent here because of transgressions in the past. Did those transgressions include littering? And she points at the sandwich on the ground.
I have actually already picked up the sandwich and I'm furtively eating it like a raccoon.
That problem solved.
Yes, and then there's plenty of animals that would have eaten it, but this man seems to have enjoyed it.
Don't call me an animal, I'm not an animal.
My transgressions had nothing to do with littering. Elder Polgen interprets tenets very precisely and doesn't suffer some would-be heretic's attempt to turn my lecture into a discussion.
I'm an actual heretic.
Oh, you are?
Yes. You see, I don't follow the dwarven pantheon.
Well, see, then I think you and I would get along nicely. Don't get me wrong, I respect tradition and Margrim's teachings. It's just I don't like Elder Polgen's dogma, and I don't think you would either.
No.
Well, then I'll never introduce you.
Please don't. Wait.
He sucks!
Well, while we're in there,
Sucks. I hate him.
dearie, do you mind if we poke around a bit and check out the quality of the accommodation?
Oh, yeah, yes, please, but be warned. The second you get near that door, shit goes down.
Oh,
I can deal with complaining old dwarves. Trust me, I have some experience.
As we walk towards it, Poppy says to Groodle, "I thought that they were supposed to be taking care of the structure, but it looks horrible."
Yes, I don't have a lot of faith in the maintenance crew, my dear.
Well, just be careful. I'm used to walking around dangerous terrain, but just watch your step, Groodle. I don't want you to fall.
Oh, I have a way with Earth. I shouldn't worry about a little scream, my dear.
She's weird. I like her.
All right, so how do you guys want to approach this? He gave you a set of keys. He told you if you get within the, close to the door, something's going to go down.
Could we do like a perimeter walk before going straight to the door and do a little perceptione?
For sure.
That's a good idea.
All right. Perception's all around.
22.
17.
23.
I also got a 22.
All right, so walking around the perimeter, you just see like all of these monuments to dwarven heroes or people that maybe didn't have heroic deeds in their past before they died. But no matter, all of the monuments have long inscriptions praising the lives of these dwarfs. But as you walk the perimeter, it has not triggered what this priest is talking about. By the way, his name is Helden Ulgenkamp.
No, it isn't.
Yes, from the Rhode Island Ulgencamps.
Helden?
Helden.
Helden.
I said, what the hell?
Helden,
Come.
we'll take it from here.
All right, thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Just don't tell Elder Polk.
But don't leave town.
I'm not. I live here. I would never leave.
All right, you're still a suspect.
I think you had a beer at lunch too.
I know. Of course I did. I'm a dwarf.
All right, let's drunkenly stumble towards the entrance. All right, so you guys walk. How's everyone approaching? Just walking straight up and seeing what happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You roll up, and as you get close to the door, you notice that all of these funerary inscriptions on the monuments begin to flicker, and the words seem to almost lift off of the tombstones and monuments, and other words start to appear. Like there's like a ghostly image of words floating just in front of the actual inscription, which seems to be changed as well. And then you'll see like ghosts of ancestors of these dwarves start to appear and then disappear. And it's like, well, why haven't you given me a great grandchild? Clean your room. And
Reminds me of the home.
and this all starts to happen at once and kind of overwhelm you. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh, man.
That reminds me of the home as well.
Let's get right after it.
Getting right in.
My God, I could play this all day with you guys. Eric, what did you roll?
I assume we're doing perception
Yes,
here.
perception.
13.
Acrobatics. Sydney, what did you roll?
I'll take that.
A 9.
A 9. Skid.
I got a 10.
10 for Skid. And Joe.
Thorbold starts it off with a natural 20.
Oh!
28.
Damn.
28.
From Joe.
From
Right?
Joe,
Yeah.
no
What the
less.
hell?
I should let you guys know everyone's playing second-level characters, and since these books, I mean, did Rage of Elements just drop today?
Yeah, about 52 minutes ago.
52 minutes ago.
Nice.
So they've had to do a lot of like using character creation software along with pen and paper. I think Skid it took him 3.5 hours to make this.
It did. I told, because City was just like, is this in Hero Lab? It's like, it's not in. I was just like, I had to read a book to make
He
this
said-
character.
Imagine that.
It was
No,
the
no, Skip.
hardest
No, no,
thing
Skip.
I've done.
It was terrible.
You got to read a book.
Yes.
That's true. No, it's true.
Well said, Eric.
All right,
Fine book.
Joe, you're
I
going
just
to go.
can't read.
You're going to go first here. I'll assume that even though you're on the perimeter there, that you all have actually moved in. Your placement isn't super important, so I'll just throw you there, closer to the door. You seem to have triggered this event. What do you want to do?
He's going to... I have no idea what to do.
Why haven't you visited me? I always hated you.
I think he's just going to start out just saying, "Ease down, spirits! Don't make me angry. I'm here to help. What is it you need? What is it you really want?" So I'm going to try to roll a society check, and I just really want to see if they react to me at all.
How about a diplomacy check?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. If they react to me at all, or if they're just talking to the ether kind of thing.
Let's try diplomacy because you're communicating with these
Yeah.
spirits.
22.
22.
Diplomacy. He's a burgeoning politician.
Yeah, well, this is actually perfect. So you speak to them, and like you'll see a couple of the faces start to look at you. And they say, what was the question you asked?
What do you really want? How can we help?
And they were like, we just needed someone to listen to us. And a couple of them start to fade away.
Oh.
Oh!
So whatever you've done seems to have worked, but there are still these inscriptions that are floating around and more people complaining.
They're just looking for someone to care, someone to listen.
But they looked at you and said, we just wanted someone to talk to. And they'd fade away as well. Unfortunately, now they go, and you'll see basically like a spirit come right up in your face, Poppy, and yell at you. It's like, and you don't even know what they're saying. Give me a will save.
Okay.
They're just lambasting you.
Oh, it was almost 5, but that is 22.
22. Okay, so you are unaffected by that. And then the same thing happens to Osric's character. One comes up and is like, I know what your grandfather did!
No, Sharon, please.
Give me a will save. Sharon, please.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Oh no!
amazing. All right. You take 2 points of persistent mental damage.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, as critical failure, you take 4 points of persistent mental damage.
Oh my god.
And you're stupefied 1 until the persistent damage ends.
God. This is
it's
great.
kind
This will
of
really give me a
perfect.
chance to showcase what the metal kineticists can do. Being stupefied, that's going to be awesome.
Stupefied 1, and you'll take persistent mental damage 4. However, this is interesting. Because you failed, you see something that your compatriots do not see. You see, like, in front of all these inscriptions, this ghostly writing that's floating in front of the actual inscriptions. It's like, it almost looks like, trying to think of a way, like if someone came up and defaced a tomb, it's like the defacement is, or defaced a gravestone, it's like the defacement is trying to fight with the original inscription.
Oh.
And so you see this, I mean, I imagine in your stupefied haze, you must think you're even imagining it, but it looks like there's some sort of struggle between the defacing of these gravestones and the actual inscription.
Okay.
So do with that what you will.
Cool.
And it's now Eric's turn.
I look at what's happening to Osric and I'm going to go, ugh, and then I go over to a different ghost.
Okay.
And I say, oh, dearie, I'm here to listen. Tell me about your grandchildren. And I'd like to make a diplomacy check.
Oh, and it looks at you with kind eyes.
Yeah, this is all it ever wanted, probably. Oh, I got an 8. That's not great.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, they're good for nothing is what they are. And it, like their faces take on like a monstrous quality, kind of like when what is it? When Galadriel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, gets really mad at you.
I've been there, dearie. I know.
Joe, I just realized I was so excited to move forward. I only gave you one action. And you just took one action, so you still have 2 more actions.
All right,
Let's
with the
say
other
you
one, I
moved
will
up
bury my great pick in the old woman.
in
No.
Eric's character.
Yeah,
Let's say
I
you
have
moved
to-
up and used a diplomacy, but you do have 1 more action.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay. So
Well,
Eric,
I would say he used that action to. How about I'll use it to aid, but I'm a little late now because what he really wanted to do is like turn and tell everybody to listen. So,
Okay.
but with her the diplomacy check she rolled from a meta, no point in me trying to aid.
yeah, I was just so excited.
I'll use it, but it didn't work.
to move on to my turn. However, we'll say you moved up, you used that, but you do have 1
Yeah.
more action if you want to try again.
Can I
or
try again?
Try
Oh,
different.
no, I hear you. They can be so disappointing, my love. And it's so much better. This time it's an 11, Troy.
I don't like you. It doesn't work. So it is just as angry as it
I
was.
always get along better with younger people.
In fact, it's more angry now.
Oh,
and so
good.
you see that some of the spirits that Joe's character quelled are starting to rise back up again. And it is
You do
Skid's
have a
turn.
way with words.
Skid, you're up.
So my first action, I am going to activate my channel elements. So he's like cowering and reeling from this attack, and like it's like he gathers himself, and this cloud of like swirling metal shards like surrounds him in a 10-foot radius. And with that, I can do a 1-action elemental blast, which is another power that I have. So as part of that activation, so I'm going to fire that at the nearest spirit.
Okay.
Okay. That is an 18 to hit.
Okay. And what element is this?
This is metal.
This is metal. So you just fire like elemental metal.
Yeah, that's a piercing damage. So you can choose either like slashing or piercing damage for this, and this is going to be piercing, just like needles, like
Okay.
throwing it at it.
So you attack it. That would hit. Give me some damage.
Okay. 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. All right, so you see the spirit like get blasted back by this elemental metal and like start to rage, so much so that like other spirits from underneath seem to rise up as well. And the more diplomatic among you and religious or anyone with points in occultism know that like these are not spirits that you can attack. You need to quell them with diplomacy, with religion, with occultism. So do you have any actions left? You realize that your damage is just making it worse.
I do. I have 2 actions left. So first I'm going to shout out to everyone. It's just like,
The graffito, it's fighting the stuff on the thing. There, look, it's fighting it. They're fighting. It's like a war.
and with my final action, I'm going to try to intimidate the spirit into leaving us alone.
Okay.
Say, go back to your grave, or we'll sick that grave robber on you. I'll take all your jewels.
Try to intimidate.
Oh man, that is a 24.
24. It looks successful in that it cowers, but it doesn't. It looks more sad than disappearing. Like it's just like, why would you yell at me? You're just like my son when he put me in that home. And it didn't seem. If anything, it's making it worse.
Okay.
And then you take 4 points of persistent mental damage.
do.
Give me a DC 15 check to see if you remove that.
Okay. 7.
7. Okay, so that will continue rather, and you also continue to see those dwarven inscriptions floating in front of the regular inscriptions. Sydney, what do you got?
All right, so I am going to command Poopy, because Poopy is the diplomatic one, Poppy is not. But for Poppy's 2 additional turns, I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Oh.
And from a distance, Poppy casts Mage Hand, and she would like the hand to, softly, kind of like Michelangelo, just reach out towards the ghostly figures in a very approachable way, kind of saying, like, it's okay. And then Poppy, for her action, I would like to do a diplomacy, or Poopy, excuse me. This is gonna get
Really?
so
I have no idea who's acting.
Poopy comes out, this little giant, and she says, "We mean you no harm. I would like to announce the arrival." Fuck, I forgot everybody's name. Hold on, let me go to Roll20. I would like to announce the arrival of Puppy Golfunder, Osric, Gruto, and Thorvald. We are here to help you and protect your crypts. And I'd like to do a diplomacy.
Diplomacy, okay. Poopy will try to be diplomatic with that.
Okay, so that's going to be, my diplomacy is good. That's going to be a 22.
22.
Nice.
All right, so you see one of the main spirits that Poopy was talking to is like, "Oh, look at how cute you are," and it disappears into the ground.
Oh.
And several other spirits start to fall as well. So you are making progress here. So much so that you feel like maybe one more successful check would get the job done.
She gets a second action, so she's going to do another diplomacy. That's a 21, and she again with the mage hand too. Maybe she like rides on the mage hand a little bit, and she just like goes to shake all
Give
the.
somebody a massage.
Yeah. Yes.
Ease down.
Are you tense? Let me take care of that.
And so all the spirits grab your hand and shake it and enjoy the massage, and it quells all of them into the ground.
Nice.
And you are no longer in combat.
Oh,
Nice.
They all start to grow calm and gradually fade from view. And Helden sees this. Helden Ulvenkamp.
Why is he still here?
I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. I wish I had tried that. I got scared and I kept running away. They were hurting my mind. That was amazing. Would you mind continuing forward with me? Because I'm seeing now that it looks like someone has defaced these monuments. No wonder the spirits are angry. And if they've defaced things out here, I can't imagine what's happened on the inside.
Is that the
I'd like to.
the floating stuff?
Yeah, but that floating stuff all recedes. So Osric, even though you're we're going to get you out of this persistent mental damage here, so we'll deal with that in a second. But you're still seeing this, so it would come back around to you. You're going to take another 4 points of mental damage. Now roll to stabilize. Skid. Or not stabilize, but remove the persistence.
18.
18. All right,
we
good.
go.
All right, so you take another 4, but then you're able to, kind of right yourself. And as you look back,
And you lose the stupefied.
Yeah.
and you lose the stupefied, but
And I'm almost dead.
and you look up at the stones, and you don't see that hallucination anymore. They're all calm.
It's
What do you
gone. The graffito war has been won.
Graffito wall.
I would like to do a sense motive on this dude to see if he is a grave robber that's trying to use us to lead into a place he couldn't get to.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
idea.
Do it,
Okay.
Joe.
So I think that's a secret roll, but
What is your sense motive?
+8.
+8. Okay. No, he seems legit.
Like a
he's just like
clergy?
kind of a clergy in training.
Clergyman?
A bumbling
Man of the cloth, is he?
a bumbling clergy in training, and he's kind of a coward.
All right. Sure, of course, we'll help you. Now, follow us. Stay back. We don't want you making any more mistakes with these spirits. All they needed was someone to listen.
I'm going to
You
stay.
couldn't even do that.
I'm going to stay far enough back to never roll initiative.
Oh,
It's easier.
Excellent.
convenient.
It's easier if I don't
convenience.
have to control someone.
And then he's going to call Ulsric over. Ulsric, is that how?
Nope.
Uric?
You're right.
Osric?
Robert Uric?
Oh,
Osric.
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 He's going to call Osric over and say, Did they hurt you? Did they do some damage to you?
It's terrible. It's like they did something in my brain. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like it's mental damage, so he
Yeah.
looks strained. That's interesting. Well, whatever. I don't think we don't have to get into it. But Thorvald is going to attempt to heal your mental damage.
Okay.
So he is going to.
Good luck.
Yeah.
A lot of people have tried.
He's going to come up and look at you and just be like, "Foul spirits, release your hold on the man." And you see this like glint of icy fire, like cold fire, blue fire in his eyes, as he holds on to Osric's head and attempts to treat wounds.
Oh,
I have to attempt to do it, and I roll a natural 3, so he does not succeed.
oh, the fire! The blood's burning my brain. Oh, please! This is worse than the cure. It's worse than the disease.
Sorry, I could not help.
Osric, I think you should be finished with the barbarian because he couldn't help you with your mind.
That's right.
I imagine people think that you're insane.
Some call me paranoid, but I guess I've heard that too.
Yes. How wounded are you, out of character?
8.
Oh,
points
jeez.
down.
Okay. Well, let me help you, dear.
Oh, no, I'm 12 points down.
You're 12 points off. Well, let me allow me to assist you, my dear. Come closer to Gretel.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to heal you.
Okay.
And I'm going to heal you. You get 6 points back.
Oh, thank you.
It's dope having a cleric. We should
It
do this
is.
more
There
often.
should is.
You really should. Underrated.
You're like a wizard.
No, no, I'm a wizard. Bobby quietly says.
Like some kind of wizard.
No, I'm the wizard.
All right, so you heal up. Very important. You don't want to be. You want to be in your right mind as you enter this old Tellurian crypt. Do you go in?
Yeah.
All right, boom.
Use the keys, open it
Yeah.
up.
Jangle, jangle, jangle.
Wait, is it unlocked or is it already open?
It was locked. That's
It
why
was locked, okay.
Yeah, he had the keys.
Check.
And also, like, why would he have the keys?
Right.
If he wasn't.
Well,
unless he-
could
because
have
he's
robbed.
a really good roguish trickster.
Right,
Yeah.
he went to like one of those places that make keys. He was like, here, can you just make a couple copies of fake keys? And he's like, I have the keys here. And then he picks the lock and you go in.
Dude, jot that down. That's good for a future adventure.
That's good for just like breaking into people's houses. Which maybe people watching enjoy to do.
Take note, kleptomaniacs.
All right, so you see the carved walls of the entry shrine, along with a small altar commemorating Clan Tulor. There's like a bunch of places for visitors who visit the tomb to leave offerings. However, tiny craters of scorched wax are all that remain of dozens of candles that have burned down along the walls, and stone bowls hold a variety of foods because people would come and leave like food offerings to their ancestors. The food is all stale and rotten, and some of the food looks like it's had some haphazard bites taken out of it. It's just very messy here, and Heldon is like,
Oh, this is terrible. Because of these roused spirits in the Monument Park, I haven't been able to get in here and maintain the shrine properly. This place looks awful.
unnaturally so. If you ask me, he starts to run his hands along the walls.
It almost looks as if it's been desecrated by someone. No wonder the spirits have been roused. Perhaps if you would help me, we could put them to rest, because I get a bad feeling about this.
And as you stand there and take in the quiet of this crypt, you do hear like coming from deeper within the building.
I don't think I want to be buried here.
Wait a minute. When we set out, all of us, we set out to kill a guy. This doesn't seem to be happening.
Are you upset about that?
Well, I don't know if I want to go in there. And he's pointing down to where like these voices are wafting up. Do you? Do you want to go in there?
I have been in much tighter spots than that. I've been in ruins and caves my entire life. This is nothing. Are you scared?
You seem scared.
No.
She starts braiding her beard into her hair to get it out of the way, like she's preparing to just go down. She's like, "Don't tell me that you're scared."
Are you braiding your beard into your hair?
It gets in the way, and it gets all cobwebbed up.
It doesn't hurt? Doesn't pull on your face?
Well, no. Do you never braid your beard into your hair?
No, I never braid my beard into my hair.
I thought you were Talor. We've all done that.
I'm not Talor, I'm Stonefist. I'm my wife's Talor.
Not too long.
I'm married into it. I'm sorry, I shouted.
I've clearly touched on a topic.
While everyone's arguing about this and distracted, Osric is eating all the rotten
Oh my. Do we hear like crunch, crunch, crunch?
Guys,
Don't look at me.
Guys, please stop yelling in this crypt.
Grutel is just looking at Poppy, and she kind of takes like her finger and threads it through like that one gross hair that's growing out of like a wart on her cheek, and she like tries to kind of braid it in, but it's kind of hard and prickly, and then she just gives up and kind of just goes like that. And she looks a little jealous.
You guys all need to calm down, especially the scared one over there. Listen, maybe you could just help me. The haunt outside has infused the shrine with an unpleasant ambulance. Do any of you have any knowledge of dwarven lore, or perhaps?
Of course I do.
Dear, I'm something of an expert in dwarven lore.
What about anyone with a performance background? Perhaps you could tell stories of dwarven glory and remind the dead of their noble pasts. That would help quell them, because I can sense their unease through the walls.
Could I attempt it with a Highhelm lore?
Yeah,
check?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So tell a great old story of Highhelm?
Yeah, but you have to actually tell the story.
There was this day in Highhelm where two dwarves were set upon by a stone giant. And they beat him. And then they ate his corpse.
What?
And they became rock themselves.
Oh, I like this
And
story.
that is how the Stonefist clan was born.
Flist, the stone flists.
Stonefist clan.
They changed it to stone fist.
There was a
at
great
Island.
divide in the family 100 years ago.
Wow.
Oh, so
Between the
recent.
fists and the flists.
The great fist flists.
The Great Schism.
The great schism of the fist flists. So he'll roll Highhelm lore.
Yes, please.
I think I got parts of that story wrong.
I didn't.
for
It
sure.
didn't
That's
sound right.
adjusted 10.
They ate rocks.
They ate rocks, that's how they got stone
No,
fists.
you said that they ate the giant. You said they ate him.
Right.
He was made of rock. That story. Does anyone have a true story?
I've heard some stories. I've heard a story that'll curl your hair.
Speak to our ancestors.
All right. I'm gonna do underworld lore.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is, there was a man. They called him the Iron Man. He passed through the magnetic field, and he became this monster. Iron Man will have revenge at the end. That was the story.
Did you miss a part in the middle?
Have you heard that story?
I don't know. Roll your check. We'll see if anyone's heard.
13.
13. Yes, I have heard of the Iron Man. And listen now. It is as if the spirits are quelled by your nonsensical ramblings.
Grutal, I feel as though you probably know more than we do.
I just wanted to hear what you all would say.
Was any of it true?
The part about eating the stone giants, I remember it.
It
well.
was true.
I told you.
Well,
Yes,
that was
I
true.
knew they ate.
It was ill you delivered, but
What
the
about
story
the
was
Iron Man?
fundamentally true.
Is the Iron Man real?
I'm worried about
I don't know about that one.
I'm worried about him.
I mean,
Like Santa Claus.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
It's his Santa Claus, the Iron Man.
so sad.
All right, so we'll say for the next half hour you share stories.
And we're yelling them so
it's-
they could be heard.
Yeah, really yelling them, and he keeps saying, but it's talking a nice voice. But that sort of moaning that you're hearing, it does seem to abate from your storytelling, especially the stories that are really well performed and delivered.
And he's like, all right, good. Now, as you can see, dust and candle soot have accumulated on the shrine's wall, and carvings all the way up to the domed ceiling. Perhaps the more nimble among you could climb up and then use your keen eyes, or perhaps a crafting skill to gently clean the carvings up there, and or just make sure that every bit of dirt and debris is moved. Because the spirits, they don't like when it's messy and dirty.
Long term, you might consider assigning a priesthood to tend to this shrine.
That's my job! That's what I was sent here
You're
to
not-
do! But I'm too short, and I can't
We're
reach
all
the
short,
ceiling.
dear.
I'm telling you, this was a punishment. They knew
All
that I'd
right,
never be
all
able
right.
to complete it.
Do your cleanup for you.
Thank you so much. I'll
And he'll
help.
sheathe the heavy pick onto his back and begin climbing up.
I'm just all thumbs with mops here.
Starts climbing up.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
20.
You nimbly
Climb. It's like, oh, how did you do that? Were you a dancer?
I'm a stone fist.
Oh, are they known for their
Known
athletics?
for the rock scaling.
And
Amazing.
for their giantophagy.
Now, can you see? Can you get all the dirt up there?
You can either roll a crafting check to really make sure that you get every crevice, or just a perception check to feel like I got everything.
I think I'm not very good at this, but it's looking better and better to me. He'll do perception.
Perception, all right.
That is a 17.
17. I mean, it looks good from down here.
That's all that matters. How it looks.
Do all of you agree? Did he get every last spot?
I cast Mage Hand again and just kind of like wisp around some extra ones.
You could have done that the whole time.
I wanted to see how high you would go.
He's hanging
We
from
all
the top.
wanted to see you climb, dear.
Well, all right.
Oh, I want to use my elemental aura to act like sort of a living magical steel wool pad and just scour the walls.
Just scrubbing.
So, hold on, hold on, Sharon.
And just starts like scraping the walls like clean of all debris.
Hold on, Sharon.
Sharon.
Groodle's gonna go up,
Sharon!
Groodle's gonna go up to Poppy and kind of point out Thorvald's climbing. He's up there, and not a bad view, eh, dear?
You're old.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then I call Poopy out, and Poopy goes, "Excellent view."
Yeah, thank you, Poopy.
Pats you.
You're so
Maybe I'll just cut to the chase and talk to you next time, Poopy.
Oh, you should. Poppy's a real drag. Just kidding. Ah. And she's like laughing with you, and then she comes back to Poppy. She's old.
Oh, Poopy and Groodle check out Thorvald's ass. And he's like,
Tight. Nice
Do you
and
like
tight.
what you see?
It's good. Got a Hank Hill little butt.
Thank you for helping me clean. I was just going to do it, but I'm glad that you did it. Thank you.
Why are you here?
I'm
You're
sad.
really bad. at
This
your
is
job.
why, Elder Pogren, you will not win this day. All right, now listen. These two. I hate that guy. I hate him. Now listen, as you can see, most of the offerings have been eaten, or actually your friend is eating some
I
of
ate
them.
all of them.
Right now, do any of you have some treats or drinks, or perhaps you could make
Oh, yes,
some
anyone
food?
have any food to leave?
Do you have any culinary?
Yes, I've got rations. Could we just leave rations?
Could you help? Like, I'm not sure what they even like. Perhaps some sort of lore check or a crafting culinary check, just to make sure that everything is good. The spirits, they get hungry. They get hungry for food from the material plane.
I don't know anything about cooking.
some Highhelm lore, perhaps, to know
Like what, society maybe?
Can I
or
do
society.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
love
I'll
eating.
do
I love
that.
restaurants.
Cash.
Highhelm.
You could leave cash.
I got 5. A 5?
5. No, you don't know.
I have
Ooh,
this
I got a-
Lunchable.
Lunch.
I got a-
She puts a little tiny piece of ham, like a circle of ham.
Little circle of processed
altar.
ham.
Perfectly cut circle of processed.
And Heldon says, no, we don't want that.
We'll just take that and put it over here.
That's an insult.
I just love an idea of a little old lady being like, I've got a little piece of ham.
I've got some.
No,
I
no,
got
Would you
a,
like a Werther's original, dear?
we're not gonna, that's wet. I'm going to take that off the altar as well. Does anyone have anything helpful?
Can
I got a
do-
24 on Highhelm lore.
Yeah, so you know exactly what type of foods to put up there to make it, it's more of a gesture. They obviously aren't
Yeah.
eating these foods. And maybe you know which ones are going to take the longest to spoil so that they will have more longevity and less...
They prefer canned tomato soup.
yes, you just put a bunch of canned goods up there.
I'm
They
digging
last,
it's like-
last forever.
It's like a Red Cross food drive.
Green giant green beans.
tomato paste.
Bush
Tomato
beans,
paste.
Tomato paste. No, we don't need...
So can I have another cantrip. What are you going to say about
Except
tomato
just the
paste?
diced tomatoes. Just cans are like, no, not with the roasted garlic. Pulls it back. What were you thinking?
They like the crushed. They don't like the diced. I would like to draw moisture from like the room itself and gather it, and it kind of like turns into a globulous ball, and then I put them into like the goblets that they have
Oh,
to
wow.
leave them some fresh
Oh,
water.
that's so nice. I was going to do that too, but I'm so glad that you did it.
Oh.
That looks so good.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Oh, I'm going to use base kinesis, which is another power I have. I can generate or manipulate small amounts of my element, and I'm going to make cutlery.
Oh,
I'm going to make
shut up.
crude cutlery. For
Amazing.
All, for
Wait,
all the
that's
So you're
food.
going to
So
set the
dope.
table.
Yeah, I'm going to set the table, like
that's
metal plates and forks.
That is so nice.
How many people are in this crypt?
I have 7 or 8. I'm not 100% sure.
I got a full
Grudel.
table, Sharon.
Grudel's going to dig in her purse and really like she's on a mission. And then she pulls out a little yellow thing and she's, I've got a lemon drop.
I'll take that. Thank you. You're the least helpful of the bunch
Thank
at
you.
this particular task. But that's so nice. Now, does the fork go on the right or the left?
I don't know.
Poopy pops out. It goes on the right.
This lemon drop is delicious. Thank you.
It goes on the left.
Wow, that was for the ghost, dear.
I'm going to wash that down with that little ham slice.
Did you make salad forks as well?
I can make smaller ones.
You'll need a smaller one.
Okay, Sharon, hold on.
All right, I think we have done everything we can here in this entryway. I feel as if we're in good shape.
And as he says that, you just hear like... And it's coming from the door to like the southwest here. I don't even know if you can see this on your John, so I will reveal a little bit. You see a little door to the southwest, and you hear, run!
Sounds like someone needs our help.
Heldon's like, what?
They're not at peace.
I don't understand. We've cleansed
The graveyard, and actually, if you look outside, you see some of those inscriptions start to float again, like the haunt outside is resetting, but they aren't coming into the crypt. It's like,
there is some
Resetting is such a mechanical word. That is so immersion breaking. Don't ever do it again.
the haunts are resetting.
Heldon, my dear.
Yes.
Are there any other graveyards in Highhelm that might be better taken care of for future reference?
Well, yes, Margram's work is never done. I'm sure that...
Margram's work has hardly started.
Well, this is... that's
Clearly.
why I'm so glad I ran into you and your
Groot will
hand.
get his ass. Seriously.
I'm just... listen, I feel as if whatever has disturbed the Tolor crypt is deeper within. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps we could just see what all this rumbling is on the other side of the door. I'll just... I would open the door, but my back is killing.
Oh, why don't you take a rest, dear? You've had a hard day.
All right, I'm going to sit far, far away from combat.
I'm going to go over with the keys and I will... Brace yourselves. They might not know we're friends when they start. But we'll just talk them down. They just want someone to listen.
No
And he'll-
hitting.
And he'll open up the door.
No hitting.
All right, you open up the door.
Actually, though, he will draw his pickaxe, his great pick,
Son of a
just in
bitch.
case.
And right before the door opens, Osric is going to activate first his channel elements again, so this cloud of swirling metal shards, and then he is going to activate his metal carapace. So a lot of this metal is just sort of congeals and around him and forms this crude set of armor and a rusty shield.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Now who's the Iron Man, dear?
Oh, he is real, and it's me.
Sharon. What? Anybody else taking any other precautions?
I'll take out my mace. That's a good idea.
Okay, and Poopy, Poppy?
Poopy is out and Poppy is ready.
Does Poopy just sit on your shoulder?
Yeah, she floats.
That's fun. All right, let's open this door. This is very, very cool.
Oh boy.
So you open the door, and you see a short passage descending gently from the entry shrine that you were just in into this upper crypt area. Its walls are covered in bas-relief carvings of dwarven explorers climbing upward towards the entranceway where you are. So they're like all along the wall, climbing up the entranceway to sort of commemorate the quest for Sky. Looking deeper into the upper crypt, you see more carvings decorating the steeper stairs that lead down below into the lower level of the crypt. And it looks like they're back in that section. There's dwarves depicted in antiquated armor. And you can see even from here that the deeper, it seems like the deeper you go down those stairs, the more increasingly antiquated the armor is. So it's kind of telling a story and commemorating the past. There are urns and whole body burials, some placed within the central column of this room's niches, and you can see some are like buried beneath the floor. Most of the interred remains rest in partially recessed ossuaries, gently decaying for decades before being reburied outside Highhelm. And there are three dwarven spirits roaming about, and they're like, "What ineffable wrongness has awoken us?" And they look to you. High King Targic, is that you?
Yes.
What?
Targic, my king, you have returned, perhaps to right these wrongs.
Yes, and remind me, something has happened to my mind. What wrongs are we righting?
Come in here, come all of you.
Everyone inside!
Okay.
We are righting the wrongs.
Yes, my lord.
You see three dwarven spirits wandering as you go in. There's a woman with an eye patch that keeps stroking her braids as she speaks. Why, High King, why? She's stroking her braids as she speaks, like she's trying to remember something as she runs her hands through her braids. There's a middle-aged man bedecked in numerous layers of religious robes, all bearing the holy symbol of Torag, and his beard is festooned with glory ribbons that commemorate his great deeds. And then there's a young, heavily scarred female dwarven warrior wearing plate armor that covers everything except her right arm. It just like ends where the right arm should begin, and then she just has a bare right arm, and she carries a great axe that's marked with the god Angrad's symbol in her left hand. And the one with all the glory ribbons is the one that you're talking to, Thorvald. He's like, "Yes, Targic. Yes, enter, come back in. You will once again lead us to safety, as you did, what was it, 10,000 years ago? All of the grim trials we faced during our quest for Sky."
Yes. We shall escape once more. And he's like trying to think of, how best to persuade these people that they are about to achieve their goal. But he also feels like it feels bad, acting as someone he's not, but he also is fascinated by, the history of the quest for Sky. He doesn't know it like the back of his hand. To him, it's as mythological as anything else. And he thinks he's like, is he looking at actual spirits that made the quest for Sky? It's like, it's awe-inspiring. So he's a little stunned at the moment.
Grudel, you turn around and the woman is right there with the eye patch stroking her braid. She goes, "Targic,
You look as if you don't remember me. It is I, Alcup. I was your personal historian and biographer during our quest for Sky. You look at me as if we are strangers. Of course, I died shortly after reaching the surface. I always knew my death would come from the left. And she points to her eye patch. She's like, but my liege, you trusted me with your innermost thoughts, including your many regrets about the blood that was spilled and the body count left behind during our migration to the surface. Yet now I wander these halls and I read the inscriptions in these tombs. The histories only speak of your great deeds, but not of your many reservations. Why would you let your people cover up the true past? Even I now struggle to recall the atrocities that I know happened. And then the man that was talking to Thorvald comes right up to you, Poppy, and he's fiddling with the ribbons in his beard. He's like, these foolish ribbons, someone has turned them into a mockery. They no longer celebrate my great deeds, they celebrate clownish trivialities. Why, my king, why, Target, would you let my descendants be so disrespectful as to remember me as a joke? Target, you must retell the stories of what the great Fergars accomplished. I was your main religious advisor and you shunned me merely because I prioritized Torag's commands and dwarven well-being above all else, and if that meant ruthless aggression against any Darklands residents who stood in our way for the quest for Sky, then so be it. You were fine to destroy them on your way up. It was only when we reached the top that your foolish moral reservations crept in. I would not allow a king's indecision to infect the people or disgrace Torag. And then Skid, Osric, you get right in your face this woman. She keeps looking down at her arm. She's covered in scars, but she looks like a powerful warrior. And
Sharon!
She says, I am not Sharon. I am Olki. Do you not remember me, my king? Oh, no, how could you? Because like so many, I was chattel to you, my once and future king. My life truly belonged to you, for I was born, trained, wounded, and died during the quest for Sky, and there were so many others like me who lived tragic lives, shaped not by dwarven artistry, culture, and faith, but rather by rhetoric, desperate violence, and xenophobia. The mere fact that I'm awake and wandering here tells me that our enemies are near. Come here. And they're all like crazy. And he's like, come,
really?
Come, I will protect you, my king, and ensure that you're safe from the orcs and other Darkland denizens. And then she's like, but wait, my right arm, it's reappeared. I thought I lost it in battle protecting you, and yet here it is. What is happening? And they all just like reach out to start fighting you. They all reach out to fight you.
I thought we're the king. Why are they fighting us?
Roll for initiative.
They seem very confused.
They're very confused.
I want to protect you. Attack. Okay.
Man, now that was a
good.
lore drop.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a lore drop.
There's a lot of lore in
Lavallee.
there.
There's a lot happening.
Well,
I'm
and it's
exhausted.
also like not what we probably thought happened, right? Because I imagine we have a very rosy picture of the quest for Sky, and these guys are all complicating it in ways that is
we didn't
unsettling.
know.
Right,
Yeah.
you've only heard of Target's great deeds. Those
Right.
of
If you
who've
ran into
studied
the
your
ghost
history.
of George Washington, it's just like, I stole the guy's car. I couldn't stop stealing.
Yeah, it seems like that Targic had some moral reservations about everything they did to reach the quest for Sky, and they're angry with him about it, but also confused as to what they see in this crypt. Let's fight these poor spirits. Sydney, what'd you get?
Poppy is also confused because I got a 7.
A 7. Oh, okay. Eric,
21.
21.
Ooh.
Joe.
Thorvald is light on his feet. That is 2 natural 20s in a row for
wow.
initiative.
Damn.
Another 28.
Oh!
He's a beast.
Osric.
I got a natural 1 for an also 7.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your second natural one of the day. Well, Joe, you get to start here. Thorvald can start. I will tell you just the way that everyone is on the map. The top one is the woman with the eye patch. The one in the middle is that scarred warrior. I should have them.
Didn't they come up to us?
Yeah, they did. So I'm going to throw you guys in the room. Have this be like, what's going on in there? Let's have Ulki be right near
So
Osric.
everybody's. God.
and then Fergaz here will be, we'll just say like right here. So yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm going to delay because
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I'm going to delay and see what exactly they're attempting to do to us. I mean, they're incorporeal.
No, I mean they're kind of like somewhere between corporeal and incorporeal.
Okay, I would say defend myself, but I just don't think that that's a thing, the way that it used to be in Pathfinder. Yeah, I don't think there's an action that's just like buff your AC, so I'm just going to delay.
Delay, okay. Then it goes to Grutel. Grutel, perhaps you...
Yes, the woman who approached me, she was like a historian, did you say?
Yeah, the main historical advisor, I think, Alkipsur.
I say, Alcapsa. Many years have passed since you traveled with King Targic, and much greatness has occurred to the dwarves. Hardship, yes, but you should know that the legacy of what you did lives on to the... I'm just trying to get diplomacy check.
Okay, try it. Then you should. Diplomacy check.
And I didn't do great. I got an 11.
Okay, yeah, so you see that there really is no there, that the spirits are kind of echoes of the past, and they're not really... It doesn't seem like they can be talked down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And they seem like they're about to make like an offensive act.
Yeah,
toward
like
us?
the woman
right.
is raising her sword up, and they're all taking offensive positions. It's sad. They appear confused, but
Yeah.
they're gonna attack you.
Well, once it becomes clear that that they're not to be reasoned with, Grutel sort of looks down sadly and says, "Well, if you won't appreciate my beautiful words, perhaps you'll appreciate my beautiful gem." And she starts casting a spell. And she says, "Sarzul, oldest of all, bring forth an offering from the depths of the earth." And casts a spell. And the spell that she casts is a little one called Shattering Gem.
Ooh.
And what that does is a large gem floats around the target in an erratic pattern. And this thing will like absorb attacks if I'm attacked.
Oh, that's
sweet.
amazing. So
Yeah.
you just put like this abjuration spell.
Yeah. Wow. And it starts floating around in a weird pattern, and it's the scintillating gemstone from the heart of the elemental plane of Earth.
That's awesome.
Very dope.
That's so cool.
It's just like Cursor from Automan.
Very much like Cursor from Automan.
Sydney, explain that reference.
Yeah, because he also has a protective gem.
Yep.
That's right.
Nailed it.
Yeah, let's go.
Right.
Heldon is in the entry crypt still, and he's watching. He's like, "Hey, they don't remember their histories. It must be that their inscriptions were vandalized as well. They will continue to be tormented until we rid the foul source of this disgraceful act that has made them forget their histories. You must put them to rest for now, but they will continue to rise. So fight them and know that you are actually saving them." That's what he says. Do you want to act?
That's all I needed to hear. We are gonna kill a guy! And Thorvald goes into a rage. Just like I expected! And then... Gah! And you feel this burst of energy just like shake forth from him as he goes into an elemental rage, which is this new John.
Nice.
And he's got... he's second level, so he's got some added benefits to it. But to start... What it starts like at first level is he has got born into his family line an elemental connection to fire. And so when he rages, fire literally shoots from his skin. It comes from his eyes. It rides up his great pick, and it's now wreathed in flame. And he just like, and swings at this thing. Cool.
That's amazing.
It's
Damn,
so
dude.
freaking badass.
And this is from Rage of Elements?
Yeah, Rage of Elements. And he just, I assume he just hits the ground with it because I rolled an 11.
Which one were you attacking?
I was attacking the
one diagonally next to you.
Yeah, the one diagonally next to me, who I'm not sure who that is, but...
It's Fergaz!
Fergaz, king! And the great pick just like kicks up some shards from the stone floor, and then he will just go again. Bang! For a second go around at it. That is a 20.
20, even with a map, that is a hit.
Fantastic. I need to borrow a die.
Yeah,
Sorry,
please.
I'm missing a die, unfortunately. And so that is 5 points of regular damage and 4 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Okay. Does your weapon have any other properties of note?
No.
Okay. So you see, not all that like the 5 points of damage don't go through at all. It barely even flinches at that, but the fire damage does affect the creature, and so it's like lit on fire. But you realize that there's some sort of resistance there.
Okay. He looks with frustration as the physical part of the pick doesn't seem to bite, but the fire leaps off of it and seems to hurt it. So interesting.
Amazing. Okay, so now we go to it's Fergaz's turn, the one that you just attacked, and so this is great. He's got like this ghostly hammer you can see on his belt that he could draw, but I have to do this ranged action. His ranged attack is called Chiding Rebuke.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I have to look up both. What's like a good definition of rebuke? Express sharp disapproval or criticism of someone because of their behavior.
Like, hey, you
of
suck.
actions.
Stop.
The way you swing that pick is dumb!
I fly into a second level rage.
And it's a 23 to hit.
Oh man, it connects.
No.
Wow.
The way you swing that
My
pick.
first swing was an accident. I was warming up.
And you take 6 points of negative
Oh.
energy damage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He's so mean.
Yes to the HIT. All right.
And he's going to do the same thing again. You heard me. Dumb! And that's a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
That's a miss.
I wasn't kidding.
I wasn't kidding. And then he's going to step back behind the pillar.
No, leave me alone. Leave me alone, my king.
And now it's Alcapsur's turn. Let's see what
Alcapsur.
she can do. They all have different abilities. All right, so she's got, this is fun, Ancient Anecdote. Once per round.
Anecdotes?
Yep. Alcapsur banters with a creature within 60 feet while referencing a forgotten anecdote.
What?
Oh my God.
The creature.
Say on, dear.
That's great.
This is cool. The creature must attempt either a DC will save or a dwarf lore check based on the story.
Wow.
So she goes into. She's like,
Oh, let me tell you about the Stoneflists. They were the greater of the two clans. We will never forget the Great Schism.
And then I tied an onion to my belt.
I tied an
It
onion.
was the fashion in the day.
It was the style at the time.
and we'll say that Alcapsur is saying this at Grudel. So Grudel, give me.
Oh, I'm interested, dear. Tell on.
I would say give me a dwarven lore check. That's going to be better for you, right? Do you have Highhelm lore?
Yeah, no.
All right, then do a will save.
I'll do a will save. I think that sounds best. 2 seconds, please.
Remember about the Stoneflists? All my dwarves sound alike.
I rolled a 1, dear.
Oh, man. Sometimes I read these critical failure effects. I'm like, I'll never get to use
Yes.
these. I've got to use 2. You are confused and stupefied 2
My God.
for 1 round.
Luckily, that won't affect you very much.
The stone flisks were the better one. That's everything
Confused.
I ever learned
It's
was
very
different.
confusing.
What is happening?
That
to
can't be
me?
right.
Yeah, so you are confused and stupefied 2 as you're like trying to suss out the veracity of this story. Then she draws a ghostly clan dagger, strides forward towards Thorvald.
Oh,
and-
I'm sorry. Can I cut you off there?
Yeah.
Just real quick. I did my damage wrong, so if they had resistance 5, I did do 9 physical.
9 physical and 4 fire?
Yeah. But does none of it go through? I forgot to add my strength bonus. Does none of it go through?
No, okay, so some of it goes through.
Some of the physical did go
Yeah.
through. Okay, sorry. So there was just an extra 4 points of physical.
Okay, no, that's important. So you actually did, well, you didn't know what you did. But this Alcapsur strides forward after drawing her ghostly clan dagger and is now standing next to you with the dagger.
Okay.
And it goes to, of course, it's still me. I like when it's you guys' turn.
I know,
Yeah.
isn't that fun?
It's more fun for us, too.
Yeah.
You could just have them delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
like that.
forego.
All right, well, this is actually pretty brutal. Ulki here is standing right next to Osric, and she has this ghostly great axe that she swings at you. 12 to hit. Osric.
That is a miss.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
All right, she swings again, 16 to hit.
Also a miss because of my metal carapace.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right, I've got a
Yeah.
very low chance to hit, but I am going to take the third attack because they're just like, my king, I'll protect you, I'll kill you, I'll protect you, I'll kill you. And that's a 12. Miss.
Ting, ting, ting.
My arm, it's back. And now it is Sydney Poppy's turn.
Poppy. All right, Poppy. I am going to cast this new cool focus spell because I'm next to Thorvald. I'm going to cast Serrate on Thorvald's weapon. So with a pinch, I just touch it. The metal of the weapon twists, adding numerous jagged blades along its surface.
It becomes a serrated knife?
Yes. Strikes.
Serrated pick.
Yeah, strikes with the target weapon deal an additional 1d4 slashing damage until the start of my next turn. Isn't that
that's
so
cool.
dope? What a cool buff. I love that.
That's so clutch because obviously they have some sort of resistance, so that extra damage.
Yeah.
It's
is gonna help
huge.
cut through.
Oh man, that's you basically you take the end of the pick and you turn it into like a fish hook.
Oh,
So that like it hits
it's
and
like
then it
barbed.
rips on the way
Yeah,
out.
it's
Like,
barbed.
yeah, slashing.
Oh,
Love
that's
it.
so
Love
dope.
it.
All right, and then I'm going to command Poopy.
I think that in and
wait
of
a
itself is just an action. Command poopy. I think that's a standard.
Come
That's a
on.
standard.
You could do it.
I command Poopy, and Poopy is going to move across the room to the far side. She has a improved movement or fast movement, whatever it's called. So she is going to move over here to the far west side of the room. We need to create some space. And Poopy's additional action. What can Poopy do? Poopy. She has cool abilities. She has these new elemental abilities. Oh, you know what she's going to do? She is going, once she gets there, she's going to stand still because she's an air elemental. And if she stands still for a round, she becomes invisible.
Poppy or Poopy?
Poopy.
Poopy. So you send Poopy to the other side of the room. Poopy just clambers over there and then becomes invisible by standing still.
Yep.
Is she made of pure air?
So they get a new ability each day. You can choose to change their abilities. So they're like imbued with elemental abilities and like they each do something. They're small, they're minor, but they are pretty cool. But for the air one, yeah, if you stand still for a round, you turn invisible.
Very, very cool. Osric, it's your turn.
And then wait, hold on, I have one
I'm
more.
Sorry. I thought you took 7 actions.
No.
It really feels like it.
I was counting 7.
Okay, I have one more. Oh, but this is a okay. No, that's fine. I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait? Okay. Osric, what would you like to do?
All right, Osric is going to use a 2-action elemental blast. So as a melee attack.
Okay.
So these like bits of metal are going to coalesce into this like blade just in his hand, this like indistinct blade. And it just brings it down on this ghost's head. That's 25.
That would be a hit. Just a question, does this provoke an attack of opportunity,
No.
this ability?
No, it's just like a, yeah.
That's amazing. All right, so you're able to just strike, and that is definitely a hit.
Yep. Okay, that is then 14 points of damage.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah. And then with my third action, I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay, and I'm sorry, remind me again, was that, what kind of damage was that?
Slashing.
Slashing damage, okay.
What the hell is that?
Something into.
What the hell is this?
My God. Are you kidding me?
We're like, wait, what? Are we
I
getting
thought something was
interfered?
wrong with my computer. I was like, I have a YouTube ad open somewhere.
Sums up with the
my
Sirenscape.
God. The panic on Michael's face.
Michael, what did you do?
What is going on the soundboard?
What is that?
could
So that
be?
sound happens when you do that.
Yes. When he says that, he can just his voice is like, I am Iron Man.
Oh, that's so cool.
Do you have any more actions?
That was it.
That was it. All right, hell of a first round. Let's go to round 2. Poor Grudel is confused and stupefied. That'll end at the end of this round.
I'm literally like the confused condition.
Yes. Yeah, confused. Did I say confused and stupefied?
Yeah,
right?
confused. So
did,
Troy,
yeah.
you need to pick a random target for him.
Yeah.
And what would you normally do? You can do offensive cantrips or strike. So, like, what is your go-to?
Probably, I mean, right now, maybe a strike.
Okay, so it would be anyone in melee range as a target, which is only allies.
You know, what's funny is your targets are determined randomly by the GM. If you have no other viable targets, you target yourself, automatically hitting, but not scoring a critical hit.
Oh, well.
If it's impossible for you to attack cast spells, you babble incoherently.
They're all around us! And I just start throwing around my mace. Like that.
Oh, yeah, Grudel is in range of all of her friends, so I'll say 1 Thorvald, or we'll say 1-2 Thorvald, 2-3 Poppy. 1-2 Thorvald.
We got it on screen.
3-4 Poppy.
During the stream, we figured it out.
Oh, wow.
So we got the map.
Sweet.
Yeah, we got the map.
5-6 Osric. Of course, it's Thorvald.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now, I had forgotten something else. He becomes covered in flames. When he does, and during the time that he's raging, he is concealed to everyone because of this shimmering heat that is like moving around him. So that previous thing, you need DC 5 flat. So just hit that for me.
19. So
Okay, so you're good. And then so you could roll a regular strike.
That's cool.
Against me.
Stoneflisk was the good guys! And then she, 20.
Oh, no, 20!
A 20.
Oh my god.
So now the flat check to see if that would actually hit.
Okay, and I want to roll low, right?
Yeah.
A 4!
Yes!
Oh my god.
Amazing!
Wow.
Elemental Rage
Yes.
wins
Wow.
the day.
That is
Yes.
awesome.
That is phenomenal.
That's awesome.
That's very
Now
cool.
that was a 4 on the roll. It was an 8 total. Does that matter?
No, it's a flat
no,
check.
Oh, a flat check. Right,
Yeah,
right. Okay,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
concealment.
Great.
All right, second attack will be against Poppy.
Oh.
You little guy think you're not as clever as you think. And I rolled a 12.
That
on Poppy.
misses.
Isn't Poppy?
Yes.
Oh, no, Poopy is
Poopy.
invisible.
I've done a horrible thing with these characters.
And then we'll say at your lowest base attack bonus, your final attack can be against Osric. So you're just flailing out wildly, yelling about the Stoneflists.
I got like a -10. So
Yeah,
it's like,
clang.
like a 4, actually.
Clang. And it is Thorvald's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, dearies. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, we'll say he didn't even notice you attacking him.
Yeah,
he was just
yeah,
like
right,
facing
fair,
his own,
fair.
and you miss on the concealment, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then he will settle into striking this the woman, right? That's the one that's right up next to him with the braids.
Alcapsir.
And he will strike.
My king. My king. She's
Oh
rubbing her
no, he
braids.
will not. He will. You dare attack your king! And fire is emanating off of him, and he will do a demoralize.
No.
So he will attempt to demoralize. Here we go.
You always yelled at me.
Natural 1.
Oh, no.
Damn it. So I guess they are very confused. And then he will.
She gets a +5 to her AC.
I don't know if the demoralize is a critical failure component. I'm not looking it up.
I'll look it
I'm
up quick.
swinging. He will strike. Oh, dude. Got it. Got her. 26
Nice.
to hit. And an extra
No critical failure, just a critical success. You can become frightened 2 as opposed to frightened 1.
an extra D4 of slashing, John.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is going to be good. So that is, oh, baby. That is 16 physical and 4 fire.
Wow.
As the pick just bites in, and then the barbs are sticking out the side, and he rips it back out.
She's like, my king, let them know the truth. And she fades out.
Yes! One down.
Awesome.
One down. Okay.
And that
Oh, yeah, you
is
still have
2
actions,
actions. And just, let's see, looking at the map here. Let's put it on screen. Looking at the map here, I will move to just get into melee with the next one. I'll just move right up to him.
All right, so you move to get...
Trailing wisps of smoke.
And this is the one that's been hit, and it's actually his turn. This is great. I hope I hit with this, because he has a really cool ability. So he's like, you, and he takes his ghostly hammer and swings it at you.
Oh, my
Natural
God.
20.
Oh, no!
Are you still
Natural
concealed?
20.
Flat check.
Yeah,
Flat
and
check.
I don't have any screen here, so you get to see it all.
I saw it,
All
yeah.
right, flat check, 12.
Damn it.
Let's go! This is amazing!
Oh, no.
All right, so do you want to? Are we doing fan crits, or do you want me to just do a?
I did not have it prepared, but I
Don't worry.
can if you'd like.
No, it's all right. That's fine. Let's just do double damage, but something very, very cool is about to happen. So first double damage is going to be 10 points of negative energy damage. And then he has this thing called, oh, if your ancestors could see you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Fergaz holds other dwarves to an impossible standard. I mean, you heard the way he chided Targic, and his attacks carry the weight of 100 generations worth of judgment. His strikes deal an additional 1d4 mental damage to dwarves.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now, I don't think that would double on a crit, but I'm not 100%
Usually
sure.
all that stuff does double.
I think, let's just double.
I think it's everything but precision. I feel like precision doesn't, but
This
I
could
could
take
be, I
you
could
out.
be wrong about
Precision
that.
does too. I think
It does?
It's basically everything.
All right, not bad. It was 1, so it'll be another 2 points of mental, but that's 12 points altogether.
Yeah,
Wow.
that
Man.
hurt. And he's now like, ah! And as the fire is coming off of him, he's thinking like, am I an abomination? Am I not, like hearing 100 generations of dwarves being like, this was not meant to be. You are not one of us. That's mental damage.
Indecision, you infected our people and you disgraced our gods!
And he swings at you again. Another natural 20.
Oh my God! Stop it!
A GCP on
Yep.
my old GCP die. Holy shit! Back-to-back 20s. Here's the flat
Wow.
check. Natty 17
Oh,
on the
no.
flat. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so this is good.
Oh, no.
It's not good.
Back-to-back. This could take you right to dying too. So
Yes,
it's
it could.
going to be, all right, 8 points of negative energy damage.
Okay.
And then, of course, oh, if your ancestors could see you now, max double mental.
Oh.
8
my
points of mental.
Oh my God.
What?
So he's just being torn to shreds. He's still up.
He's still up. Amazing.
He's still up. He's a fiery badass, dude.
back-to-back 20s, and I'm gonna round things out with a chiding rebuke.
Oh,
You deserve to die. And that is going to be a 3 to hit. And so you guys all see Thorvald just like standing there, shaking like a Mortal Kombat character, ready to be finished. And it is Ulki's turn. Will Ulki be as successful? She swings her ghostly great axe at Osric. And I'm going through 20s here. Let's see. That is going to be a natty 19. This might be a crit as well. That is a 27 to hit.
Oh,
my
that is
God.
no, that's not a crit, but it is a hit.
Amazing. All right, so she's going to hit. Man, it's good it's not a crit because it's 1d12 plus 3 fire damage.
Oh my
oh
God!
my gosh.
Wow.
It's all fire?
It says 1d12 plus 3 fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
so. And I rolled an 11.
Oh my God.
So that's 14 points of fire damage. That was almost 28 points of fire.
Oh, boy.
and
Troy,
she'll-
just as a
That is a hit, exactly.
It's a hit, and that's going to be a lowly 8 points of fire damage, so
Okay.
7. And then I'm just going to swing again because it's fun. That's, 15 to hit.
Okay, that is a miss.
That is a miss. So you guys had the upper hand here, but they're starting to lay
It
out
is
some
turn.
serious damage. Sydney.
All right. Poppy is going to fire off 2 magic missiles
Nice.
at Ulki.
Okay, okay.
Ulki?
The one that was attacking Osric?
Yes, the
Yes.
one that was attacking Osric.
Great.
Because I can see it. So that's going to be
Land unerringly.
D4. 3. It's going to be 4, 8 in total.
8 total damage, and she just reaches out. She goes, "Why? Why did you let us all perish and then go back?"
Because I'm not your king! And then she...
Did you roll a 4 and a 3?
4 and a 3 and a 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus my additional. Why?
I think it's just +1. 1d4 +1.
Oh, I have +3 in my...
Oh, well, maybe you have something I don't know.
Maybe she's really cool.
I don't know. And then I'm going to command Poopy, and Poopy has some potions. And Poopy's gonna fly over to she has a healing potion lesser to Thorvald, and she is going to hand Thorvald a potion. Can she just make him drink it?
Administering a potion is like how many actions?
Just an action.
Is it one action? So then she will move, and then she will administer. She just flies up to your mouth. Here you go. Have a sip. Go slow. You don't want to choke.
All right. Well, that's huge. What is that?
So that is. That's a great question.
Spilling all over your shirt.
2d8 plus 5.
Nice. Wow. That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And that's my turn.
You want me to
your
roll it, or do you want to roll it?
You roll. Do you want me to roll it?
I want you to roll it.
All right, I'll roll.
Come on, Sid.
Let's let the fans decide.
9 plus 5.
14. Huge.
14 huge.
He feels
All right.
reinvigorated by vitality.
I'm shocked you're not a dying two
I'm
right now.
poopy, and she gets it too.
Okay, it is now Osric's turn.
All right, Osric is grateful that this ghost, fiery ghost, has been vanquished, but now he's in a terrible position to do anything cool.
Nope.
So, I think he's going to. Oh wait, no. All right, he's going to move into the northern part of the chamber with one action, and I think he should have space there to do a 2-action elemental blast as a ranged attack. So it's like boom, just fires this big shard of metal. Natural fucking 1.
Oh,
God
come
damn it!
on.
Oh, does it now? I'm not familiar with elemental blast. Does it have any critical failure sort of conditions?
I
to
don't
it?
think so. I don't think so. Elemental blast.
I think the safest assumption is no, and then move on.
Yeah,
I agree.
No.
I want to drag this to a halt.
Oh, good.
All right, so it just fires off the wall
Yeah.
and misses.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was your last action. All
That
right,
was
so we
it.
go top of round 3. It is Grutel's turn.
Grutel no longer confused, correct?
No longer confused.
No longer even stupefied.
Nope, you feel great.
Grutel reaches in her purse, and as she waddles over to Thorvald, and she pulls out like a big old medical needle and some thread, and she's like, "Stand still there, dear," and she starts knitting she's trying to treat your wounds during combat.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
So she is going to make a medicine
That's awesome.
check.
What is this ability that allows you to do it during combat?
Battle medicine.
Yeah, nice.
That's cocked die. Okay, yeah, great.
Yes!
Got a 24.
Awesome.
And so you, my friend, are going to get some healing.
And the synergy of this group that met 2 nights ago in a tavern.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. 12 points back.
Oh, Lavallee. We're right back in it.
I guess so.
This is amazing.
Is that your...
Getting the thing out of my purse, moving, and then doing the...
Wonderful. Joe, it's your turn, and then it's going to be the one remaining spirit's turn. Can you take it out before it gets another swing?
Yeah, I mean, this thing crits him twice and doesn't put him down. Thorvald is just like looking through a haze of fire, his eyes, locking eyes with this guy, and he just doesn't go down by sheer force of will. Then his friends come over, revitalize, and he's just looking across and he's like, "You will never kill me." And he'll do an intimidation, another attempt to intimidate this guy. That is a 22
There you
against his
go.
will DC.
Nice.
22 against his will DC, he said stallingly. That is a success. So I'm frightened 1.
You are frightened 1, and then he will swing the fiery great pick down upon him. Natural 20!
Yeah, there we go.
You dude.
Natural 20!
Right back at you.
Critical
Crit 20!
All right, give me the sweet damage.
The sweet DiMaggio is going to be, that is 22 physical and 8
man.
fire.
Oh, it's dead. It's so
As
dead.
it fades out, it's like, you were fine to kill. That is what we needed for dwarven superiority. Dwarven superiority! And he fades away.
What did he say?
What did he say?
You
You were
were fine to kill?
He said
Yeah.
we all level up.
That
was his last words.
You go straight to 3rd level. No. He was the one that was saying, like, during the quest for Sky, we had to do what we had to do, and it wasn't until you got up that you realized that you started to feel bad and have moral reservations for everything you did on your journey to the top. And he's chiding him for that because he thought it would infect his people, and it wasn't the way Torag wanted it. You had to kill. You had to kill those orcs and those Darkland denizens. It was the only way the dwarves would ever achieve greatness. But he doesn't like the way the Targic felt bad about it.
Interesting.
Heldon's like, what did I miss?
Oh, this guy. I will come out of a rage. I haven't played a barbarian, so I'm still learning it. Skid, what happens when you come out of a rage?
Fatigued.
Fatigued, yeah.
So fatigued. Okay, so he'll add that condition, and he just, and the flames seem to go like back into him. He's no longer concealed, and he just, and I think there's still some repercussions of that 100 years of guilt. Those two mental damage crits.
Yeah.
That
Feeling
are just weighing on him.
being put in those shoes, like mentally for a moment.
Yeah. And it's really like, it's interesting reading the Highhelm book, because I never like delved that deeply into the dwarven thing, but how steeped in history they are and culture and the passing on of the great tales of the great dwarves and everything like that. And to have all those people that you idolize just be like, you are worthless. And that's what you think in your mind. That's hard.
Yeah.
Hard to take.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was intense. So obviously these spirits are at great unrest, and you're putting them to bed. But as Heldon comes in, he's like, this is terrible. This is much worse than just some rotten food and graffiti. There is something dark going on here. These poor spirits, they are confused and spouting inconsistencies. We must delve further, for I fear that whatever unrest they are facing will continue until we get to the source of their torment. So, go ahead. The door's right over there.
All right, we'll go over there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wait.
How
Can I wait till my fatigue passes? Is it like 1 minute?
I think it takes a while, if I remember.
I think it's a minute.
Then just wait.
If it's a minute, we'll wait.
wait.
If
Yeah.
not, we'll move on, and I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right, so and you walk over there. And I said when you came in, like, the walls decorating the doorway up to the entryway all show, like, the dwarves going up from the Darklands to the above ground. And now as you get over here, you see different histories. It's like dwarves in armor they don't even make anymore, and a stairway leading down, and the armor gets older and older and older and older.
That's so cool.
So yeah, if you go over there and open up the door, that's what you see. Well, we'll say the door's already open, and you can see a staircase leading down to another door.
Ah, cool.
Okay. We will continue, yeah. I'm just going to try to get the map on screen here.
Yeah. All right, so you continue down. Let's say you open the door. You see a hallway leading into a lower crypt.
Okay.
Is that another... That's another crypt down there?
Says
Looks
Poppy.
like, dear.
All right. All right, and I braid my beard more into my hair. Let's go.
Oh.
Groot, I could help you if you'd like.
It's just the one hair, dear. I've tried for hundreds of years, but...
Hundreds.
That's so gross. You're like a witch.
Yeah, I go to touch it, but then I'm like, it probably won't.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
It's got a brittleness that I would describe as like crystalline.
Coarse.
Yeah.
It's very, more than you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
All right, so
What's in there, Osric?
So you see this lower crypt open up before you. There are niches with several shelves lining almost every vertical surface of the lower crypt, which holds hundreds of ossuaries, urns, and several sarcophagi as well. A wide ceremonial space for funeral services is flanked by stone altars and curved walls painted with fading scenes of Highhelm as it appeared around 4000 AR.
Wow.
However, haphazard splashes of vibrant paint are marring some of these images. Several of the urns have been shattered to the floor, and there's unflattering graffiti carved in jagged script, carved onto the stone walls, right over the funerary inscriptions, similar to the defacement you saw in the monument park. And then you look to the north, and there's an altar. Maybe that's where the high priest would preside while they were doing the final rites for a fallen dwarf of the Talor clan. And you see whatever graffiti or whatever it is on it is like moving. And it has this like demonic feel to it.
Okay.
Demonic look, I should say.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could I try religion?
Yes.
Underworld lore?
Sure.
Same with religion.
With 2E, you
I
just
don't
say,
know.
yeah.
That's right.
Can I roll acrobatics to understand that glyph? Yeah, let's try.
I got an 18.
I got a 22 religion.
Okay. And nothing else.
I got nothing worth
significant.
talking about.
It is whatever sort of thing is moving on there is definitely abyssal in
Whoa.
appearance.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's from the abyss.
That's not great, dears.
No.
Dennis is from the abyss.
How did it get here? Who let this
Just
happen?
love your little voice.
Yeah, I think like when he's in the when he's armored up, he is Iron Man. But like as soon as it's gone, he's like, oh yes.
Sorry, so what'd you say?
He just shared. I got to get in there, so he gets in there, and he just shares with the group that it's abyssal, and that he knows only that and knows not much more about the abyss.
That's not good.
The abyss is where demons come from, dear.
Well, then we could be in a great deal of trouble.
I should think so. Ghosts and demons together are a foul combination.
Why would a demon want to deface a dwarven crypt? I don't understand.
They're notoriously assholes, dear.
Do you know any?
No, but I've read about them.
Well, can we try to fix the carvings? Where's that guy?
Oh, what? I'm sorry, I'm coming.
Helden, we come! God, Helden.
What?
Helden.
Oh, what did they do down here? This paint, the urns have been shattered and the remains cast upon the floor. I'll never be able to clean this.
How long ago do you think this was done? When were you last in here when things were as they should be?
I
Meticulous
I never
care?
got past the front door because of the ghosts in the monument.
But for
vault.
how long?
Yeah, but for how long?
For a week, and I had my sandwich breaks and my beers. I just thought that maybe it would go away.
So you just weren't doing your job. You were
This is Elder Polgren's work. I hate it. I hate that guy. I just know when we get to the bottom of this that he's behind it. What is going on with that altar? That looks abyssal in nature.
Yes.
Stay back.
Yes.
It's demonic.
All right, I'll be right here in the hallway.
It's probably the best place for you.
Oh, he's looking behind the door. Let me know what happens.
So the altars, these are what we're seeing in the room, or these are the tombs, like the big blocks of things on the map?
The big blocks are like little places where urns can be put in, and it's to the north where this, right on the altar here to the north, where this symbol is moving around.
Let's approach the altar.
Approach the altar.
I approach the altar. Approaching the altar.
Approaching.
Altar approached.
Okay. You approach the altar, and what do you do?
I scream.
Can anyone read Abyssal?
I cannot.
No.
No, me neither.
I can read Undercommon. That's not
I
it.
can sound it out.
If anyone here can read Abyssal, it's probably Osric Osborne.
That's true. I would. I should
Yes,
have it.
yes.
You should have comprehend languages.
Did you say that you were are you a cleric?
Of course, dear.
Can you sanctify it or something? Can you pray over it?
I can.
Call it on the intercession of Torag himself to cleanse this place.
Well, I'm a heretic, dear. I cannot call upon anything from Torag, but if you're interested
It was
in
you! You brought the
ancient,
demons!
endlessly immortal, crystalline, spider-like entities, I can call on them.
Let's give it a try. I don't have a better idea.
All right. I'm going to go up and, I guess, do like a religion check or something, and I'm just going to be like, Elder Sarazul, from the birth of the universe and the depths of time immemorial, cast down your multifaceted eyes upon this profaned altar, and stretch out your crystalline arachnid claws to warm it in your embrace, the embrace of earth, the embrace of decay.
As Grudel does this chant, everyone roll a perception check.
Okay.
16.
Including Grudel?
Including Grudel, yeah, because you're watching as you're...
Yeah. 26.
That is a 12.
25.
14.
Okay, so Osric, and brutal.
Yeah.
Notice a couple things. One, we'll say Osric notices that like some of the graffiti on the walls behind you is starting to move and come off the wall towards you.
Oh no.
Like sliding down the wall onto the floor
Oh,
and
no.
moving towards you. Brutal, as you're doing this, you notice two things. One, there's like a book on the altar and it's open, bearing a couple pages. And slowly the words begin to coalesce and a being emerges from the book.
I think it's working.
Close the book.
And then you also notice this abyssal glyph shoot acid into all of your faces.
Oh, no.
And we will be back Sunday with the conclusion.
Oh, the thrilling conclusion.
I can't believe we're actually going to finish this little section.
Oh, we're not.
Two sessions.
We're gonna die.
Well, yeah, finish.
That's one way to finish. Yeah, yeah.
And then we'll all go get a beer like hell.
yeah.
That was so fun, guys. What a
That
great
was really
way.
great.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, we've kicked things off and finished off the con with Pathfinder 2e. Go get this Highhelm book. Go get Rage of Elements. I love that you launched it with the Pocket Edition. Is there going to be a hardcover?
Yeah, Pocket Edition's out at the Paizo booth right now and on Paizo.com and other friendly local game stores.
Is there going
as
to be a
of today.
hardcover, or is this just...
The hardcover and the Pocket Edition at the same time.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
get this. I mean, it's so wonderful. We've seen some of it in play already.
Yeah, super fun.
And in this final combat, you'll get to see even more abilities. Stay tuned. Up next is Vast Grim by Infinite Black. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back real soon.